Actually, the first interaction that I had with crypto was roughly in 2010, perhaps plus minus. I was in high school.
Mhm.
I was in high school. I had this colleague of mine. I remember he came to me and he said, "Hey, dude, I found this and this, and on an underground forum, like black hat
Mhm.
things." He was like, "What is it?" It's like Bitcoin. I was like, "What is Bitcoin, man? What is it? And what I'm gonna do with it? You can mine in a computer." It's like he showed me the mining client. I installed it, and I was mining Bitcoin on my computer, like Pentium 4 computer. All those boxes, those old computers that like used to make weird noises and stuff like that. So I mined it for like about a week or so, and I remember I had like roughly 15,000 Bitcoins back then.
Like, people that are listening to this,
Yes.
they probably think you just made a massive error, like 3-digit error at least.
Yeah.
But it's true. Like, you could mine Bitcoin on
Yes.
your laptop. You didn't need a big warehouse full of millions of dollars of equipment.
Now you need, but back then the value of those 50,000 Bitcoin was like
half a slice of pizza.
Not even.
It
It was like famous. So I couldn't care less. I mined it for like a week. My computer was getting slower and slower. I was like, I don't care about this. I don't understand it.
I don't want to burn my
Exactly.
$1,000 laptop for 1,500 Bitcoins.
Yeah, which right now it's like a lot of money. But yeah, and forget about that. Going back.
Wait. What happened to the Bitcoin?
Warriors don't take breaks.
We carry them both, son.
Exactly. Bam. So have you been doing CrossFit lately?
100%.
Right.
Yeah. So I've got two friends that come to my home gym about 2-3 times a week. And I try to make them carry some boats, and logs. You know David Goggins?
Yeah. Actually, I was looking at David Goggins the other day, and David Goggins it's an animal.
Yeah,
it's an animal.
He's the man.
I was thinking if it's actually like overtraining, or is it, I was actually thinking because
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Excuse me? Overtraining what?
Yeah.
I'm just joking. The guy ran on broken legs.
I know.
I think that's the definition of overtraining, right?
Yeah.
He's crazy, but he's inspiring. He's inspirational, to say the least. You shouldn't do what he does.
You shouldn't?
You shouldn't. I think you should.
It's too much for regular people.
It's probably like a boost, In your down days, you just put some Goggins on Instagram and try to hammer some reps.
Steal some energy.
Yeah, exactly. But not to run 100 miles. I mean, maybe also Cam Haynes. He's an archery hunter. He hunts with his bow and arrow.
Yeah. That's very primal. I like that.
But to train for that, he runs a marathon a day. He's good friends with Goggins. That's why I asked. I don't think you should do that either, but some people do. So some people are in a different.
I guess you have to keep your life interesting, right? So that's why you do all these things. I mean, I don't know. David Goggins is a different animal. I mean, I've been knowing him since the beginning. I've seen right now he created like a brand. He sells all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, he's a brand. So
he was a brand for the military to begin with.
Yeah.
I mean, they have guys that's their job in the military to promote the services and get people to roll in, to enroll. Excuse me.
Yeah. I was actually. I was actually about to enroll in the military when I first got into US. I was in Atlantic City in Atlantic City Mall. I forgot like the mall name, and these two tough guys, military guys, came to me and said, "Hey, do you want to enroll in the military? You'll get free paper," and stuff like that. So they will give you free paper or like free green cards if you enrolled in the military. I was like, "No, thanks, I'm fine. I arrived illegally. I have my paperwork. I don't need to enroll in the military to be legal here, But it was quite funny because I got scared as I was looking at these guys. They were like in the military uniforms,
You've got the perfect constitution for it.
I was a little bit thin at that back then. I was
not into CrossFit yet.
Not into CrossFit. It was like 7 years ago. So awesome. I was a little skinny. I was no.
But that's a perfect segue. So you got to the United States. How long ago was this?
That happened when I was 20. So I think that was 2014.
I see. Okay, cool.
2014. Yeah.
And how come? How come you got there, and how come you came back? I guess that's the.
So it's quite funny.
As much as you can share, of course.
Of course. So I actually needed some money, right? So this opportunity arises for me that I would go to United States as a J1 student. You know, there's a J1 student exchange program. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go work my ass off and come back and pay off my debts. So I went probably on June 14, and I spent exactly 2 months. On 1st of August, I was back in Romania, and I worked my ass off 2 months. I arrived in the United States with about like 94, 95 kilos. Okay. And I arrived with like 74.
Jesus Christ.
I worked my ass off 20 hours a day for 2 months. I took like 6 jobs, you know. I was everything. I was everything and everywhere.
So kind of the same thing you do today.
yes, kind of same thing. But in my home country, that's different.
That's different. Okay.
Yeah, so it was a nice chapter that started like the US chapter, and I came back, paid my debt, remained only with like $1,000, which I took my girlfriend back then in a vacation trip, and by the end of September I didn't have anything.
Okay.
And that's where the funny, the interesting part begins. I received an email from the United States Embassy, or from the program or whatever, and they choose 100 students from all of those thousands of people that were there that summer to come and share their experience at the United States Embassy. Okay. First, when I saw the email, I was like, this is a scam. This is a scam. They want money from me. This is bullshit. Ignore it. And I was like, let me look better at it. I looked better at it. There was like an RSVP. I confirmed it. So here I am, probably in the beginning of December. I was in the United States Embassy in Bucharest.
Nice.
One out of 100 students that
that's
were
so chosen.
Cool. That was amazing. I still can't believe it back right now. It's kind of amazing. And I went there. I shared my experience, and my experience was when we made a circle, and he asked me, like, he asked everybody, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? I haven't seen anything. I was in New York when I arrived. I was in New York when I departed. That's it. I worked my ass off because I needed the money, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that's impossible. You have to go back to the United States to visit and to embrace the American culture. And I was like, yeah, I agree. And
get me back there, dude.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Yeah. So I came back to United States Embassy in January and took my visa and took a trip, and the rest is history. I moved. What it's supposed to be like a short trip in February in United States ended up leaving. So yeah, I quit college. I quit both colleges. I started with computer science in Iași, and then I didn't like that either, and I switched to economics business, and I didn't like that either, so I gave up and moved to United States. That's long story short. I didn't feel like there was something that I was wanting to pursue. Those.
Which is funny because it's like the perfect combination for what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Like science and tech and some economics.
Exactly. It's
funny how the world works,
It is.
So how did you come up? How did you stumble upon crypto? Because it was back in the US, right?
Yes. Actually, the first interaction that I had with crypto was roughly in 2010, perhaps plus minus. I was in high school. I had this colleague of mine. I remember he came to me and he said, "Hey, dude, I found this and this, and on an underground forum, like black hat things." He was like, "What is it?" He's like, "Bitcoin." I was like, "What is Bitcoin, man? What is it? And what I'm gonna do with it? You can mine it on a computer." It's like he showed me the mining client. I installed it, and I was mining Bitcoin on my computer, like Pentium 4 computer, all those boxes, those old computers that like used to make weird noises and stuff like that. So I mined it for like about a week or so, and I remember I had like roughly 15,000 Bitcoins back then.
Like people that are listening to this,
Yes.
they probably think you just made a massive error, like 3-digit error at least.
Yeah.
But it's true. Like you could mine Bitcoin on your laptop. You didn't need a big warehouse full of millions of dollars of equipment.
Now you need, but back then the value of those 50,000 Bitcoin was like
half a slice of pizza.
Not even.
It
was like famous. So I couldn't care less. I mined it for like a week. My computer was getting slower and slower. I was like, I don't care about this. I don't understand it.
I don't want to burn my I don't know, $1,000 laptop for 1,500 Bitcoins.
Yeah, which right now it's like a lot of money. But yeah, and forget about that. Going back.
Wait. What happened to the Bitcoin?
What can you do about it? So I actually ended up selling that computer. I upgraded my computer.
Yeah.
And I remember I have this picture. I have a very good visual image. You know, I don't remember names. I don't remember a lot of things, but I have a good visual memory. So I remember I put an ad selling this computer for this amount of money, and these guys call me. These guys call me. There's like two guys, and like, I want to buy this computer, blah blah blah. So let's meet me in like kind of downtown. And I met them. I bring my computer with me. He says, come upstairs to test it or whatever. And I go at the like the last floor, like probably like the fourth floor or whatever. And it's like a messy room and stuff like that. And I talked to him, like, what do you guys do? So I was actually using this computer for like a Counter-Strike server. I was like, all right. And then I look down and there's a mouse crossing. There are like two beds. There's a mouse crossing. That's why I remember this so clearly, because it scared me. Like, where do you guys live? I mean, there's a mouse crossing. So I give the guy a computer. He tests and everything. Like, everything's cool. He hands me the money and I leave. You know,
and that's that.
Yeah, that's that.
Jesus.
Of course, I wiped out the hard drive. Before going to that, I wiped out the hard drive with everything, all the data, bitcoins, images, pictures, games, whatever. Everything was wiped out. So probably less than zero chances of me getting back this. But I think that's a classic story. A lot of people either dumpster or I don't know. This is like a classic story, and I think it doesn't even worth thinking about it. Because all of you guys probably would do the same, right? It's especially being back then, especially don't understanding it and stuff like that. But going forward,
let's go.
It was 2016. I was in Miami, and I was running an SEO agency. And this guy, my ex-colleague, of course I kept in touch with it because he was most geek person, like close to my mindset and everything like me. We're helping each other with stuff. He was like, whatever. And I was like, dude, listen, don't you want to come to Miami and help me with the agencies? Because I need some help. He comes, we spend some time together. He helped me with whatever. And then he flies back. And when he flies back, it was probably like late 2016. He calls me from Romania. I was like, dude, do you still got those Bitcoins? Like, what Bitcoins, man? What are you talking about? He's like, those Bitcoin, look at the price. Like, how do I look at the price? How do I even, like, where do I look at it?
Just enter Binance,
Yeah, right. And I found out the price. I don't remember. It was probably like a couple of hundreds of dollars or like $1,000 or whatever. We have to look back at the chart. Anyway, it was like a considerable amount of money. And I was like, wow, no, that was a mistake. So I started to learn about it. I started to, just Google stuff, nothing crazy. And that's where I started getting real interested about crypto. Late 2016, early 2017. And once I started, learning about the crypto, but learning in a very soft way, nothing crazy, nothing like a shy, very shy. And it was only roughly 3 months in 2017 when I started to make my first purchase, my first crypto, buying Bitcoin. That's where it all started, 2017.
I see. So Bitcoin was actually your first purchase.
Bitcoin, yeah.
Were the altcoins starting to catch on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I was very lucky that when I started purchasing, we were actually in a bull market, in 2017, and I think that gave me a lot of courage, because once I was putting money in, I was seeing those investments, growing a little bit, and actually quite fast. So I started getting courage, and by the time I was getting a lot of cash flow in, I started putting more money in crypto, and I kind of ride the wave of 2017, which everybody knows that Bitcoin topped in the end of December in 2017.
Something like 22? 20.
Depending on the exchange, probably the average price was like 20K. It's 20K. And I think that was a blessing. It was a blessing and a curse, because it was a blessing because I've seen the potential in crypto. It was a curse because I wasn't educated enough, and I didn't took any profits.
Okay.
No profits at all. That was a curse. Made a lot of money and didn't took any profits. Not even $1.
I think the Wall Street bets degenerates call it the law of relativity. You're never quite happy with your profits. Never. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter if it's 10x, 20x, 50x.
I call it greed.
It's greed.
It's greed. It's pure greed, man. I don't know. I think that happens in this bull market as well.
So
it's greed.
If you didn't take profits back then, which means you rode the wave back down.
Yeah.
So what happened then?
So
to put the knife back into your heart just for 5 minutes.
Not even the knife. I was dead, and I came back.
Wow.
I was resurrected. So the story is that all the summer I've invested. I was buying consistent amounts of crypto, and roughly September, October, I started investing in ICOs. There was like the ICO money.
Yeah.
So I started investing in ICOs. Some of them were profitable back then, and some of them were like, nah.
Can you name some? Do you want to name some?
Yeah. Cardano is one of them.
Yeah, because I know like Cardano is your...
Icon, I remember. ICX, I think, is the thicker. And there were a lot of insignificant, but ICX or Icon, that was a good one. That made a lot of people a lot of money. Smart people withdraw their profits, and not like me. I'm not smart. I wasn't smart.
But still, so that people understand who we're talking here with, he's an ICO buyer of Cardano.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so just let that sink in.
I think that was one of the best purchases. I purchased Cardano on ICO. It was probably like less than 2 cents. And I remember when Cardano went on exchanges, by the end of December, it was like $1 and something. I was the smartest investor in the world. I purchased something at 2 cents, and it went to $1 something. The amount of money I made was insane, but I didn't take any profits. I don't know why. If I would have a time machine, I would go back and just slap myself and take some profits. Yeah.
Wow. So this kind of begs the question, where is crypto now? Because you just came from Dubai, and people, I think, were talking about a lot of different things regarding crypto. Is it starting to move from that point where it's just a way to make some more money out of the money you have, as little or as much as you have? Or is it starting to go into, I don't know, things that are tangible in our world that help us live our day-to-day lives? Because Cardano, if I'm listening to Charles Hodgkinson's right, is not about the price. It's about what people do with it. And still, people make a lot of money with crypto. So it's hard to think about all the beautiful, I don't know,
use cases.
Use cases, exactly. When people are making crazy, stupid amounts of money still.
Stupid amount of money.
Leveraging.
It's insane. It's insane. The amount of money that a lot of people made in this bull market that we're still riding, it's insane. But, I don't think we're yet where we see, that point that does it have like a real use case? The only use case, probably the best use case that one can find right now, it's spend their crypto with the debit cards, Binance debit cards and Crypto.com debit cards and so on. But I think we're still pending, we're still to see a real use case. I mean, Cardano's, I love
killer
Cardano.
app. We don't have a killer app yet.
We don't have it yet.
Is it in the NFT? Do you think it's in the crypto gaming market?
crypto gaming and NFTs, these are different animals, and I hope and I believe these will decouple. So I think we'll have we'll have this crypto market where probably is going to be like, going down, going up, or whatever, the volatility. But NFTs, it's a different. I think it's going to decouple, and also the crypto gaming. I mean, gamers are insane.
Yeah,
and I think we'll see a decouple. Like we would go to the point that, there will be like bear market in like the traditional, crypto area, and where when we're talking about crypto gaming, it's going to be different to NFTs as well. I mean, NFTs are very risky. Probably 99% of them are going to zero, and going to zero, you're just going to get stuck with them. Going to end up sucking them. And
like, how many rocks can be worth $1 million on your phone?
Yeah. I mean, it's the only we give value to things, So and actually, we actually minted Crypto.ro. We minted 33 rare motives. It's a collection. I don't know if you got a chance to see it.
You're just full of perfect segues. So just as a side note, this podcast is like an experiment. It's like both an episode 0 and a bit of a taste of what is to come, what could be happening in the future with your company, with Crypto.ro. I think it's the perfect taste to see both a bit of your background, a bit of your life story, and also what you would like to talk about and what's out there for the people to listen to. So tell me about Crypto.ro. Yeah, start with the NFTs if you want, or start wherever you want to.
So the Crypto.ro, my goal with this platform, it's of course to educate people. I want you or whoever listens to this to learn from my mistakes, so you don't have to make them. I mean, I think that's. Everyone should do that. Everyone should, especially when it comes to money, to financial things.
Everyone should YOLO their life savings.
No, that's what I did. Turned out good for me, but that's a rare case. Don't YOLO. Don't sell your house. Don't sell your dog. Don't sell your family to invest in Dogecoin or whatever. But yeah, that's my goal with this. And actually, that's why you mentioned about Dubai. I was in Dubai to do that masterclass, which basically shares my knowledge from crypto, not trading signals. I don't agree with trading signals or with copy trading or stuff like that. You have your own mind, you have your own brain, you have your own, you can take your own decisions. You need to be educated. You need to educate yourself, in the space if you want to win. Don't just like copy influencers or stuff like that, because no one has your best interests. I think everybody should know that, and I know it's probably like the long way to learn and to understand, the projects and whatever, the dynamics, the market cycles, the psychology of markets and stuff like that. But in the long run, that's the way to go. So basically, that's what I'm trying to do with Crypto.ro. It's a project that I started in January 2021. So this year, so it's very fresh, very young. And so far, we only have the website, the platform. We're working on getting educational section. We have some like dictionary and stuff like that. We're working on getting ATMs on the market with Crypto.ro branded. There's a lot of ATMs already in Romania, but we want to bring more. We want to build. We want to be part of the developing infrastructure. In Romania, we want to have an exchange as well, which you can easily buy and sell cryptocurrencies, and so on. Just provide as much value as possible for the end user or for the person that has interest in being their own bank, because I think that's the point here. You have to, everybody wants to be financially free. Everybody wants to be their own bank. And I think we'll get there. And I hope I'm going to be part of it. I hope I'm going to be part of it. I understood the dynamics. I like dynamics. I don't really like banks. So, that's what we're trying to do. We're taking baby steps. For the moment, we provide a lot of infos, a lot of news, and we're trying to keep the interested Romanian audience, keep them informed about crypto, And as I said, we're doing baby steps towards that, you know.
So let me ask you a question about this. Where should people start? Because you've talked about a lot about educating people, and I couldn't agree more. We're at the point now where information is abundant with regards to this topic, and people are getting, I think, information overload.
Yep.
Where should people start if they want to learn about crypto, if they're starting to recognize that this thing is not a fad, it's not a pyramid scheme, it's going to be here forever, and it's something that they shouldn't miss on, even now when Bitcoin is at 65 or something.
Yeah, and the market is red.
Yeah.
So that's a very good question.
Today.
That's a very good question. It's a very good question. And I would say don't start with influencers. As I said, everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own perspective about crypto. I think they should start with the basics, meaning perhaps Binance library. Binance has like an education section as well, or Binance is one of the leading exchanges. I think it's number one. I think it is number
Probably,
one. And it don't have any licenses, by the way, and no headquarters. That's fantastic. That's amazing. And perhaps FTX.com, you know, that's or Crypto.com as well. These three platforms I use, follow, and recommend. You know, FTX.com, Binance.com, and Crypto.com. These three platforms provide a lot of value in English, of course, probably in Romanian as well. I think you should start there, and you should start learn, you know, the slang, the crypto slang. Of course, you can enter on Crypto.ro and you can download the iOS app and Android app as well. We have like an educational section as well, and basically learn about, you know, what, you know, the coins. The slang, the definitions of the terms and everything, like what's a bear market, what's a bull run, how was it, like you look back in the history and just have a general idea about the market and the dynamics of the market before starting investing in crypto. And also be financial educated when it comes to investing. You know, a lot of people, especially I remember back then when I was like in my 20s, 22s, or when I first started investing in crypto, I wasn't financially educated. I didn't knew.
Like our whole country is not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
it's almost like taboo.
Yeah.
I think it's almost like, what do you want to learn about? Like you said, tickers and bull runs and stuff like that. That's just for, I don't know, geeks and Wall Street weirdos. But it's starting to permeate the masses. Like Wall Street bets, as much as they post memes and stuff, those guys started a revolution. And also the crypto guys, it's obvious. More and more people are starting to mingle with these stuff. And what's really cool is that you can just dip your toe, like buy a few dollars worth of Cardano, let's say. You know, buy a few dollars worth of Bitcoin just to see how it feels, how it works. You know, like you gave me some ADA back when we met, and I started giving people like, "Do you have any crypto?" "No, I don't." "Oh, you're gonna have some now." You know,
nice.
Just so that it can spread. You know, because it's really, really fun in a sort of way.
It is,
and I think beneficial. You know, because this is how the world is gonna function at an economic level in the years that are to come. Look at what's happening to credit cards in like half a year with the pandemic. Like you just tap it and go. We didn't used to do that, if we remember correctly. And that's going to switch to a fully crypto economy. The European Bank is talking about this. I'm sure China is working on it. And you have to learn this, or you're going to be
left behind. We're definitely going towards a cashless society. I mean, that's I think that it's in everybody's interested to do that, and that's where the difference comes. You know, if you're to stay in that cashless traditional economic system, that can be trackable, that can be dependable on government or a lot of sources. But if you go towards this crypto cashless economic system, that's a little bit different. You know, it can't be controlled by the government. can be private if you're using certain coins and so on, you know, and we have that. We have all these debit cards that are already linked, you know, to crypto, and you can spend your crypto directly. We didn't have that when I started. And you mentioned, you know, the ad that I gave you and that you gave it towards. I remember when I first moved to Romania, when I came back to Romania in February 2020. That's the thing that I started. I felt like I don't know, some I don't know, monk or something, because I started giving crypto to people. And I was like, have you heard about Bitcoin? Have you heard about that? Have you heard about Ethereum? And I remember I had this Exodus wallet on my phone, and I was handing $10 or $20 worth of crypto to a lot of people, and they couldn't care less. You know, they were interested, but they were just like receptive, not interested. They were receptive. They took it. They were like, all right, cool, that's fine. And when the real bull market came and those $10, $20 were started toward hundreds, that's when the phone rang. Like, Alex, I still got that crypto. What do I do with it? So you can spend it, or you can go to the ATM and cash out or whatever. So actually converted a lot of people using this method, you know, and I think that's one of the goal here. You know, my goal is to, you know, besides sharing the knowledge, is to convert a lot of people, and that's why I gave you the ad. That's why I still give a lot of people crypto, and I try to do my part. You know, I try to do my part. And actually, another cool story. I don't know if you know this. Back in 2018, 2019, when the bear market was in, I tried to tell a lot of people what I was doing. I was investing all my hard work money. I was trading hours for money and money for crypto, right? So all the money that I did, I was buying crypto. And I was telling my brother, I was telling my girlfriend back then, buy crypto, look what I'm doing. Just don't buy like me. Don't be all in. That's a stupid thing, but that's what I'm doing. I'm either 0 or either 1, you know. And they didn't listen. So all right, you don't want to listen, I'm gonna make you. So when their birthday came, I gifted them steel wallets with Cardano on them, because I believed so much in Cardano, and I knew it's gonna do like a multiple X's besides Bitcoin. Bitcoin could probably do like a 10x, 20x, but Cardano could probably do like more. It actually did like 2000x or something like that, you know. And I gave them steel wallet. Steel wallet, you know what?
Yeah, sure.
Steel wallet.
I actually want to talk to you about this, but just go ahead and finish your story, because it's a great one. And
it's amazing. I mean, so I gave them 2 years in a row crypto on those steel wallets, and I told them, don't open it, don't touch it by the end of 2021, December. I did my math. I did my
Wow, you were off by like 2 months for the peak, I think. When was Cardano like $3?
No, 2021. We're still. They still have to open it in a month, but they actually open it. So they called me. They asked me. You know, my brother called me. My brother is still in the United States. My brother called me. It's like, hey, I have this wallet, this steel wallet from you with Cardano. How can I open it? Like, dude, I told you open it in December 2021. I think that's when the peak is gonna be like the top, and you should open it then, and blah blah blah. I was like, no, I want to open it now. That was in like December, you know. And I tried to push him a little bit more, and he actually opened it in January. I FaceTime it, like, do you want to open it? All right, open it. 15 words, you know, the secret phrase key. Recover it, the Dalos wallet, native Cardano wallet. Bam. Next thing you know, he has like 15 to 17K in worth of ALA, you know. It was like, cool, he was so happy. I was like, all right, you're happy now, but you weren't back then, you know. And that was probably like $400 worth of, I gave him back then $400 worth of Cardano as a gift. I never told him the full amount. And actually those 15 to $17,000 worth of Cardano are like more than double right now, because it kept growing, right? Yeah. It reached, as you said, 3. Now it's like close to 2 or like 180. Yeah, but that the feeling that I had was amazing. I don't know why I did that, but actually I think that's a very great idea. And this is, I think that's it's a lucky case as well, because it could have gone to zero. You know, a lot of projects went to zero. Actually, had a lot of projects that went to zero. But for some reason, I believed in Cardano. I know Charles Hoskinson is the ex-founder of Ethereum. You know, it seemed like a very solid project, and I think it still is. That's why we're running a staking pool.
Okay, so let's talk about what you mentioned before. Let's talk about not your crypto, not your keys, not your coins.
Yeah.
And for the people that don't know what I mean, a lot of people hear news like crypto something or whatever got hacked and people lost all their money, and this coin went to zero, and they're sort of related. But when you said that you gifted them steel wallets, you said?
Steel wallets, yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean by that, so that people understand? And
so a steel wallet is basically a cold storage wallet. A cold storage wallet, it's a wallet that it's not connected to internet. It's basically
like actually imagine your wallet, like your physical wallet in which you keep your cash money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and it's not connected to internet, so no one has access to it besides the person who knows the secret phrase key. The secret phrase key consists roughly, depending on the wallet, 15 to 21 secret words.
Yeah.
So you can only access or recover that wallet when you connect it to internet, when you recover it using a native
client that
So that's the safest way. Nobody can hack it unless it knows those words, you know. I think that's the purpose of crypto, and actually these exchanges kind of defy that. Don't keep all your money in exchanges.
Yeah, so let's see the difference now.
Yeah, the
when people get hacked, what happens actually?
Custody wallets, basically exchanges or hot wallets, these are wallets that you cannot control. You don't have the keys, the secret phrase, and they are hosted, for example, Binance, you know. So you log into Binance with your email or either phone number and password, right? So they already have some data about you, some sensitive data, you know. That amount of money can be associated with your email address and so on. It can track you to, you know, everything. And that's not the safest way to keep the crypto. That's why all we know back in history, the Mt. Gox and so on, a lot of exchanges lost a lot of money on hacks, because you don't really control, you know, the wallet. They are controlled by the exchange, and exchange give you access to login details, you know. And it's always not a good idea to keep a lot of money in exchanges unless perhaps you're doing some trading, or perhaps you want to top up your debit card in current case, you know.
So it's basically a trade-off between usability, like how easily can you move your crypto around, how easily can you switch your coins from one to the other.
Exactly. Buy, purchase, sell, trade.
Exactly.
And
actually keeping it safe.
Yeah.
Because you can keep it safe, locked up in a vault behind, I don't know, multi-sig, multiple passwords and stuff, but you can't really use it unless you open that vault up and take it out.
Yeah, or just perhaps install, everybody has their phone with them, right? So perhaps install like an Exodus wallet or like a native wallet. Most of the main projects have native wallets for their phones, you know. So perhaps do like a bridge, you know, do like a bridge. Keep the native wallet on your phone, which you can recover with the phrase key in case you lose the phone. It's still connected to the internet, but you still need, you know, in order to be stolen, you still need the phrase key and the spending password. And whenever you want to top up the exchange or want to do some transactions, perhaps send some coins into the exchange to either sell, trade, or whatever you want to do. You know, you have to have a balance, but never keep all your coins, you know, in the exchange.
I see. And I'm pretty sure you talk about all this in your masterclass.
Of course, yes. We have structured the wallets by type, by definition, by meaning, and of course we explain and we send some warning shots about that, because we don't want to end up in the position that some exchange gets hacked and you lose all your money, or perhaps I don't know, use shady exchanges that don't have your best interest, don't have the best security. So that's why, as I said, Binance.com, FTX.com, and Crypto.com. These three are the main ones. They're very safe, and perhaps in case of a hack, you can be reimbursed, with your money, depending on the situation.
Crypto.com just started sponsoring F1, so
yeah,
that's a plus in my book.
Yeah, it is.
Tell me about NFTs. Let's talk about NFTs. Maybe start with the ones you mentioned. Let's start with what are NFTs, because a lot of people are probably new to this concept.
Yeah, so NFTs, the meaning of NFTs, non-fungible tokens.
Yeah.
NFTs are amazing. It's I think we are basically witnessing a change in how art is perceived. So think about Mona Lisa, right?
Yeah.
Mona Lisa has been probably counterfeited many times, tried to be stolen, so on, and can be seen in either like a museum, or like if it's a different art in a private collection, and can be seen by a limited amount of people at a certain time,
of course,
certain location. NFTs basically disable that barrier, that limit. If you have an NFT, you can clearly see the owner on the blockchain, and can be seen by whoever wants, whenever he wants, and perhaps by millions of people in the same time, and cannot be copied. And I've seen a lot of jokes out there that I'm gonna press right click, save as, and I'm gonna save your NFT. Yes, but you don't actually have the blockchain signature.
You know what clicked in my mind when Gary V made the comparison. Gary, when he made the comparison with the blue check mark on Twitter and Instagram. Like, you could Photoshop it on your name, but it's not the same thing. And people really care if you have a blue check mark on Twitter.
Yeah, it gives you trust.
Exactly. So people are starting to put more and more faith, I guess, and meaning into digital assets and the way we represent ourselves in the digital space. I don't know if we're going to talk about the metaverse, but that thing's like another box of worms.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like I would send you a picture on WhatsApp, but that picture is like yours, truly yours. It cannot be copied in a meaningful way because of the fact that it's on the blockchain.
Yeah, proof of ownership. But let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Because I don't own any property so far. I don't own any property. You most likely own something, right?
Sure.
When you own that property, what do you do in order to transfer that property onto your name? You probably go to a notary, right?
Yeah.
You have to notarize something, and the city council or whatever the city gives you like a piece of paper.
Well, in this case, the trusted intermediary, because this is what the game is all about, is the state. In the case of properties, the state says, like the trusted intermediary says, you are the owner of that piece of land.
Exactly.
And if you want to transfer it, you go to that intermediary and you say, look, I just sold it to Alex.
Yeah.
You better tell everybody that he's now the owner. And the state says, okay, pay me some tax money and stuff like that.
So would you think that...
And the notary, of course, like you mentioned.
Yeah. So would you say that the state, in our case, is the blockchain?
The state is basically the blockchain, yeah.
And we don't have an intermediary because you interact with the blockchain itself and you get that proof of ownership on the blockchain, right?
Correct.
So I think that's a really good analogy that we have to make. We need that trusted party, in our case the state, which provides a piece of paper, a legal piece of paper, that gives you, that authenticity, basically. And that's the case with blockchain as well. It, interacting with the blockchain, it gives you trade crypto for a certain art, and it gives you the right to own it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we give value to things, right? We give trust
Always.
to things, and that's the case with NFTs as well. And I think it's the future, but as I said, 99% of them are most likely going to zero, or that's why you have to be very careful when purchasing NFTs. I actually purchased a lot of NFTs. I purchased a lot of NFTs, and some of them are still for sale. And besides purchasing, I also minted some for Crypto.ro, and we're still pending to mint a new collection. It's called Cyber Folks. Nobody knows that.
Okay.
And it's a 10,000 traditional volcanic masks.
Wow.
That we are going to mint on Cardano blockchain.
So cool.
We were actually the first 33, the rare motifs, we minted on Ethereum, but Ethereum, has these insane gas fees. I don't even want to talk about it. The gas fees on Ethereum are insane. And we were trying to decide between BSC chain, Binance Smart Chain, minted on Binance because of the visibility and everything, or on Cardano. And since you're
a Cardano guy, come on.
So since Cardano is starting to build a lot of things, a lot of like a similar OpenSea or like platforms that give users access to it, we decided to mint it on Cardano, and I think we'll have it by the end of the year, minted on Cardano.
Awesome. You know what I want to do now? Since we went like a general approach in the first part, let's try to delve a bit deeper now and maybe talk to me about how the smart contract rollout is going for Cardano. A lot of listeners are probably going to tune out, or even better, tune in to this part of the discussion, because I think there's people on both aisles, both people that just are starting to learn about the whole crypto space, and also people that have are almost sick about hearing what the blockchain is for the 1,000th time. So let's try to go into bit details here.
Cardano pretty much in a lot of people's eyes didn't do anything for a lot of years. So they're actually taking their time to. I don't want to sound too much of a Cardano fan right now, because it's I'm trying to be as neutral as possible, since there are a lot of projects out there. But they only started enrolling smart contracts in September. What does it mean? That means that with the beginning of September, you can actually start building on Cardano. So that's why the infrastructure on Cardano, on the whole ecosystem, it's very vague. There aren't a lot of things built, such as like the possibility of selling and minting NFTs. We were just starting to get, or perhaps decentralized exchanges. So they are just getting started. There's a lot of published paper review, and a lot of GitHub activity, like a code and everything, but things are very, very early. And
they're taking sort of an academic approach, like everything is peer reviewed. The founder, as you mentioned, Charles Hodgkinson, is like an actual genius, I think. And it's interesting. Slow and steady will probably win the race in this case.
I think so.
I don't know what Ethereum is going to do with the updates that they have,
proof of stake,
and how that's going to turn out. But look where they ended up. They like hundreds of dollars to like buy an NFT. That's just crazy.
Even the highest gas fee that I saw was like $30,000.
Jesus Christ.
$30,000.
Like
to buy probably like a couple $100 worth of NFTs. So that's insane. It's insane. It's
basically unusable. That's what it is. Yeah, it's like you cannot use it.
You cannot at that point, and that's why all of these new generation layer 3 blockchains or ecosystems are trying to do, such as like Polkadot, Solana, Cardano, and in my opinion, I think Ethereum is going to be left behind. I mean, I think it has the first come first
served advantage.
First advantage, and at the point I think it's going to left behind. But Ethereum, it's a very complex supercomputer, or you name it whatever you want. But it. I mean, Vitalik, it's genius, without question. I'm not trying to say that Ethereum is bad and this and that, but I think at the point it's going to be left behind, because all of these new ecosystems, emerging ecosystems, are trying to learn from all these mistakes, and try to come with something better. And I think that's what we're seeing right now. It's just we're moving very slow, and a lot of people don't have patience. Patience is something they need to deploy in everything, in investments, in relationship, and everything. And people simply don't have enough patience.
I'm pretty sure that's slow. It seems slow now in the present moment, but if we're gonna look back in like 10 years, it's gonna be blazing fast.
Yeah.
Because all of this will seem like it came from nowhere.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But things are moving. I mean, I've seen there's a lot of IDOs appearing, initial like exchange offerings, similar to ICOs, and things are moving. I've seen some new platforms being built on Cardano for trading and purchasing NFTs. CNFT.io is one which actually used to buy ADA punks, the equivalent of
crypto punks.
Yeah. So I purchased a couple of those just to have them over there. You never know when they're worth 100 million, and
Well, it's not out of the realm of possibility that in the near future an NFT will be the most valuable piece of art in the world. Maybe like a few years ago we were talking about CryptoKitties being worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Today that's like nothing, pennies. You probably can't even buy one CryptoPunk for $100,000 today. Can you?
No, I think
probably not. I think the cheapest is like 300,000 or something.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's insane. That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's something. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm focusing still. I'm still call me boring, call me whatever you want, but I have patience with this ecosystem and with other ecosystems as well, such as I said, mentioned Polkadot and Solana. Solana, in my opinion, is a little bit too centralized.
But talk to me about this, because I'm curious what your thoughts are on basically the Cardano competitors. Are they competitors or are they complementary?
They're definitely competitors.
Okay.
They're definitely competitors. I mean, every team or every ecosystem wants to accomplish the same thing, and pretty much all of them have the same goal. It's just they have a different approach. And as I said, Solana, I think in my opinion, it's a little bit centralized, too much centralized. Whenever you talk about crypto, you have to talk about being your own bank, and you're talking about decentralized everything, And I think Polkadot and Cardano are doing the best job when it comes to being decentralized. If you look at the whole ecosystem, all the wallets being staked, because you can actually stake Polkadot in Cardano, you can actually kind of see, that these two ecosystems are more decentralized than Solana. And
just as a side note, because you mentioned staking right now, this is, I think, very interesting for people that, again, don't want to, be such active in the realm of crypto, and maybe just want to put some money into it, and just as your cold wallet friends and family did back in the day, see what it ends up in like 5 years or maybe more. And staking is really cool for that. Let's talk a bit about staking as a sort of parenthesis.
Staking is amazing.
Yeah, you can make money in your sleep.
Yeah. So staking is basically the equivalent of mining. You're staking your wallet using a native coin wallet to secure the network and to earn passive income. And of course, the higher the stake, the higher the returns. So actually Cardano implemented staking early. I think it was early this year or late 2020, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And Polkadot, the same, has a staking mechanism as well in place with validators and everything. And I mean, it's the equivalent of mining, but you don't need computational power, electricity, hardware, such and such and such. In order to get returns, you only need to be invested in the coin itself, and of course, the higher, the bigger the wallet,
the bigger the stake,
returns,
the bigger the returns.
The bigger returns. In case of Cardano, it splits up in epochs. An epoch is every 5 days, so every five days you actually earn something. You're being rewarded for securing the network.
I'm curious about a talk in this realm. Maybe we could get a guy to compare like mining and proof of work and proof of stake things and compare the two. What are the benefits? What are the
so actually
downsides?
I used to mine crypto. You know, I used to mine.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, I actually have. I still the channel is still up. Expect Crypto. Probably we can link it up. I used to mine for probably like 6 months, 7 months. I used to mine. I had like 50 to 60 GPUs.
Jeez, that's why.
And S6 miners. Yeah, I used to mine. I had Bitmain S9s and L3s. I used to mine Bitcoin, Digital, all kinds of altcoins. And it sucked because I was using a lot of electricity. $8,000-9,000 worth of electricity a month, plus only going higher. And noise, a lot of noise. I was mining my house. I didn't have like a dedicated warehouse and stuff like that. I was mining my house, and the hustle, the hustle, the struggle of having all the equipment. Something breaks down, you have to replace it. The hardware side of things. So I wouldn't do it again if you ask me. I wouldn't do it again. I rather invest that money in a ecosystem like Cardano, Polkadot, or whatever you name it, and just be staking the money, because I don't have anything. I just have my USB key with the wallet itself staking, and I can check it on the blockchain and see what returns do I get, and it's way easier. I don't have to be dependent on everything. Of course, it's still profitable, if you're a big player, but, I think the mining power, it's starting to be centralized towards, all these big data centers that are getting cheap energy, and mine at a very lower cost than perhaps you in your apartment or in your garage or whoever mines. But again, that's why it's decentralized. Bitcoin mining, Bitcoin, everybody can do it, but as the difficulty grows, it's getting more and more difficult. You need more computational power, more performance, hardware, and so on.
And that's like we're going in circles. The more power we have, the harder the problem is, and so on. I'm 100% with you on this one, but still, I would be curious about comparing the two, because I know the guys in the Bitcoin realm swear by proof of work, and
that's a different story. I mean, if you look at proof of work, or especially mining Bitcoin, I mean, you can really compare it to mining gold, right? If you want to mine gold, you go take a lot of machines, a lot of people, manpower, which of course costs money, and you put them and make them mine gold.
I know.
Through hard work and everything. Mining Bitcoin is kind of the same.
You spend energy to get the Bitcoin. Yeah,
exactly.
But in the digital realm, I just have a feeling that we could do something smarter, kind of. And we can with proof of stake, obviously. But I don't know. It's interesting.
It is very interesting. And, it has the pros and cons.
Cool.
And I think we will yet to see which one will win, proof of work, proof of stake. it's still too early to say, but definitely proof of stake is more economical and has
less of an impact on the environment
and so on. We can. This is like a spiral story that we can go down to it.
Cool. So let's change topic a bit because you didn't tell me about Dubai. How was Dubai? What did you do there? And what's the current dialogue that's going on in the crypto space? What are people, I don't know, talking about, want to do next in crypto?
Dubai was something different. I mean, everybody knows that Dubai is the epicenter of technology.
They're like the leader now in this space.
Yeah.
Right? Because their approach, both in a legal sense and in an economic framework type deal, is top notch. Like the way Switzerland used to be, like the crypto valley, they're doing the crypto valley in Dubai now.
Yeah. And, actually talked to a lot of people, and there's a lot of crypto peeps down there because, first of all, you have zero tax. There's no tax. So it's a tax heaven for crypto people. And I went to a conference, and I was actually with my whole team. We're like 6 of us, and what I saw was not something that I especially like. I saw a lot of projects that were trying to catch and get you to invest in them, but nothing crazy, nothing revolutionary on the specific conference. And there was also the future of blockchain. The future of blockchain was something different, but I ended up not going over there because I have to shoot the masterclass. So I kind of feel bad for sorry that I did, because CZ from Binance was there. There's a lot of people. There were a lot of important people over there. There was actually a boxing match as well from with the crypto Twitter. A lot of OGs from crypto Twitter that I've been.
Oh, they were boxing each other?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, that was so.
Yeah,
that must have been so cool.
And crypto Twitter, it's amazing, and the whole crypto Twitter was there. I mean, there was
crypto
a lot of
Twitter moves the market. I don't know.
Exactly. Crypto Twitter moves the market. These guys have hundreds of millions. Imagine, and they are OGs. OGs meaning the older you are in the crypto market, 2015, 16, 17, and so on. The more experience is, you're like a water with bruises, all those bear markets and stuff like that. So they were all there, but I didn't get a chance to interact with a lot of them because, again, I was filming the masterclass. Actually met a lot of people, met some Binance reps with the help of the t-shirt. I was actually in the lobby of the hotel, and everybody was wearing the crypto t-shirt. And I was like, what do you guys do? What's that? Because we have the strip with the coins on the back. He was like, I want a shirt like that, and I gave the guy a shirt, and he was like, I work for Binance. I work for Binance Europe, and we connected each other, And on the conferences as well, we connected with a lot of people with projects that, to be honest, they don't really want to be mentioned because they were either decentralized exchanges or crypto gaming or NFTs or but nothing that it's just activity in the space, in my opinion. Just more activity in the space. And probably the future of blockchain was something different, but I didn't get a chance to go there, unfortunately.
Next year.
Probably. There
are a lot of conferences now.
There's a lot of conferences.
One every day.
Yeah. There was like the Solana investors conferences were in Portugal. I was invited to that as well, but I didn't go. Every month there are like thousands of, or not thousands, hundreds of conferences and meetups.
Good. This is good.
Once I finish the masterclass, I most likely start traveling and interact with as many people as possible because there's a lot of things out there and they're moving fast. They're moving fast.
So we got to move fast.
Yeah.
Nice.
We have to move fast, and in this fast evolving, space, you can't really be 100% focused on everything because it's simply moving too fast. you have to focus on something. Focus on NFTs. Focus on crypto gaming, or focus on ecosystems. Solana, Cardano, or whatever, Polkadot. But that's what I said in the masterclass as well at the point, that don't try to chase all the rabbit, because you're going to get none. Try to educate yourself, try to understand what suits best for you, and just focus on that one, because you're going to make money. This bull market is not going to last forever. And if you chase everything, you're most likely going to end up with nothing, or like with leftovers.
Awesome, Alex. So let's start wrapping this up. When can people expect the masterclass?
It's due to launch on 1st of January.
1st of January.
1st
That's
of
awesome.
January, 1st of January, and we have our landing page, and we're giving a special price for early.
Perfect. So that's what I wanted to say. Like, people, make yourself a Christmas present, and make yourself a New Year's resolution to learn stuff about crypto.
Yeah, it's very important to mention that this is like a masterclass which provides knowledge and my experience in crypto. It's not something that a lot of people expect in regards to trading signals, or like a trading desk or something like that.
Yeah.
That's not something that I support. I support education. I support knowledge and
Technical analysis. You're technical analysis kind of guy, or do you like more like moon phase trading?
Moon phase trading. Yeah, actually today it's full moon.
You know what? We're joking about this, but I think that actually works better than most technical analysis.
It does. It was actually a chart, not a chart, like some data, and there was.
Dude, TradingView has moon phases built into their charts now.
Yeah.
So, is Mercury in retrograde? And
whenever I see that this and this and this and that tells the price is going to go to the moon, to the to 100,000 millions of that. It's unpredictable. You might have an idea, or like a general idea where the market is heading. We have a lot of tools, a lot of metrics that we can guide on, but still it's unpredictable. So I think newcomers have to be very careful when it comes to influencers, when it comes to who you follow, and when it comes to FOMOing in purchases, and also on the news. It's something again that I mentioned in the masterclass, because we have all of these apps and all of these news, and just be careful what news you follow. There's a lot of fake news out there. Fake news.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, we're starting to recognize this more now than ever.
Yeah.
Awesome. Alex, it's been great. Where can people find, like, obviously Crypto.ro is the site, right?
Crypto.ro, yes.
And that's going to be like the hub for it all?
For everything. Awesome. I hope we're going to end up being like the one-stop platform for education, news, buy, selling, and the masterclass as well, for everything. We have that iOS and Android app. And I personally I go by Numeris. I don't know if you
I do, of course.
Which comes from strength in numbers, and it's the tagline of Bitcoin. So I actually bought Numeris.com as well, and restarted myself all the
domains.
Tags, all the domains and everything. Numeris, because I really like that. And
you have it on the t-shirts as well. What I love most about the t-shirts, the strip on the back has Cardano on the top. I don't know if people notice that.
Not on the top, but the second one after Bitcoin.
It's the second one after Bitcoin, sorry.
It's the second one after Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is still the main thing that started this revolution. So we have to give respect and credit to that. And the next one is Cardano,
Cheers to that. I'm really curious how things are going to turn out in like 10 years maybe.
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be really interesting. It's amazing that with Bitcoin at 60K or whatever it is today, we can still call it the start of all this.
Yeah.
This is really something.
It is. I think with all these economical things going, with inflation, of the printing of the US dollar and so on, I think we're definitely going higher, especially with the interest. I mean, if you look back then, there wasn't this developed, or like all of these. I don't even want to talk about Elon Musk or all of these trust funds that are starting investing in it, or but whatever we have now, we didn't have back then. So it's more and easy to buy, sell, and I think we only going up,
Yeah.
in regards of the price and knowledge and everything.
Well, what people have to realize with regards to their money now, like not in crypto, they're losing value as we speak in this period more than in the previous years. So why is Bitcoin so high? Because smart people in the banking world and institutional investors have realized that actually this crypto stuff is a safer place to store our value than some other assets that we used to look towards.
Yep.
So that's really interesting. This has to be one of the episodes in the coming podcast. Like someone that knows like economics. Maybe we can find like a professor from some of the.
We'll do. We'll find. We'll make this something really interesting for our audience to follow and
awesome
to share our thoughts and to educate ourselves in the first place and the rest of the audience.
Looking forward to it. Awesome.
Amazing.
So we tried to wrap it up like 3 times. There's the charm. I think we gave people quite a taste of what is to come, and it was awesome.
It was
Thanks,
amazing.
Alex.
Thanks for hosting me. It was a pleasure.
Awesome.
It's my first and ever podcast.
The first of many.
First of many, exactly. First of many.
Like, subscribe, follow Alex on all the social media and Crypto.ro for all your crypto needs.
Right.
See you guys.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
See you.